When I was 16, my whole world was turned upside down. I made one of the most horrific decisions in my life, and it cost me. I was charged with first-degree murder, armed robbery with a firearm, and sentenced to 2 natural life terms in prison without the possibility of parole. And I've served 31 years in prison. And my life has been a disaster.
What's up, y'all? This JD with Redemption Kings. I told y'all in the next episode we go to war. I'm dressed for war today. We finna get it down, man. Listen, we ain't going to war, y'all, traditional sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna tell y'all about some things that been going on with me since I've been home, man. Listen, check this out, man. Man, the other day I got hit by a car in the back of me. I'm thinking like, man, listen. You know, it wasn't that big of a hit, y'all. Don't get it twisted, but it was a hit. And you know, in my back of my mind, I'm thinking like, you know, I'm finna stay at the scene of the crime. You know, because these people that hit me, I could get Dan Newland, somebody on this thing. You know what I'm saying? To go to war for me. I can get somebody to stand up in the paint, get them 10 stacked. You know what I'm saying? But the man on my other shoulder said, man, that man, you just got out of jail, man. You gonna see it like that? I'm like, oh, man. And plus, the dudes that hit me, they tore out. They tore out on me. I can't even get no license plate number. I'm looking at the street lamp, thinking if they got a camera. These people that did it, my little car, I only got a 1-2. Everybody know what a 1-2 is. I got a Kia Rio. It's a 1-2. Ain't no foreign and all that other stuff. But anyway, man, you know, I felt like I was blessed. I'm like, dang, man. You know what I'm saying? The enemy of me trying to take me out already. You know what I'm saying? I've been working. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to do my thing. I've been getting pulled different type of places. And you know what? Through it all, y'all, through this new adaptation, this new navigation of my life, I smile. I smile in my warfare. I smile. You know why? Because I done overcame the impossible. See, this episode here is by y'all who have overcame the impossible. How many of y'all out there that overcame something? Yeah, I know a bunch of y'all have. A bunch of y'all that overcame. See, I overcame 2 natural life sentences in prison. I overcame, you know, an antisociable mindset. I overcame habits that I didn't think I could break. Oh yeah, your boy JD has some habits, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I think one of my biggest habits, one of the biggest problems that I had, even when I was on the streets, was putting myself in a position to be glorified by others. See, if you out there, and I know you out there, I'm coming out there and I'm gonna make myself be known in your presence. That's what I was. Because I wanted to see if you acknowledge me. I had an addiction to that. I had a habit to that. A habit that I had to break. Because that wasn't manly, that wasn't me. I wasn't in control. I wasn't in control. And guess what? I used to do the same thing in prison. You know what I'm saying? I used to do the same. Listen, when I used to be chasing them girls in prison, you know, I see a foul one out there in the hallway. And guess what? I'm going to go brush my hair, my waves. I'm going to put on my little cologne, conditioner. I'm going to do about 200 push-ups. And I'm going out there and I'm going to make my presence known. Absolutely. And if she bite on the bite, she bite on the bite. That's just how it was. If she did, I would go to jail. One way or the other. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I maneuver through the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, let me tell you something. A lot of people ain't getting away. A lot of people ain't getting away. A lot of people don't know how to fight. See, I seen a lot of people in prison that lost the war. See, before you win a war, you got to fight the battles, baby. Man, I seen dudes, man, and, you know, I can't talk about this being my life because it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you bump with a dude, or you a few cells from a dude, and y'all done did 10 years together, man, you kind of get a dude, you know, what this dude about, what he gonna do. You be crazy not to peep his character because you around him every day, you see him every day. Y'all might not have special ties or nothing like that, but you around him every day. You see this guy. He see you. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. It's a difference. Absolutely, the way y'all look at each other. You know what I'm saying? The different in mindset. This dude can, you know what I'm saying? He can play you. He can perceive you. You can perceive him. You can't be fooled by what you see because you see him every day. Man, snakes, poison adders, all these different kind of, you know, destructive forces that come into our lives and try to destroy us. People, man, beware. Get strong out here, because you need it. Absolutely. Get strong in prison, y'all, because you need it. You're going to need your strength. Every day you go to the child hall, you're going to need your strength. Because them people going to make you eat in 5 minutes. By the time you get finished sucking on that chicken bone, it's going to be time to go. I'm going to tell you, put your tray in the window. And if you buck, they got something for you. They got tasers. They got 5-minute beat down. They going to tell you, man, listen, stop resisting. Get down on your knees. But they going to already have you down on your knees. They need your back and everything else. You know what I'm saying? These things that, you know, you can have if you want them. You can have these things. Or you can stay free. You can stay free. See, you know, when you're in the county jail, they'll tell you quick, listen, you know, if you want us to stop making noise, if you want us to stop beating on the wall, if you want us to stop rapping all night, man, some of them dudes, you know, in the beginning when you hear that voice, you be like, dang, this dude, he'll sound raw. He sound like Biggie. He sound like Tupac. But man, about 3-4 hours, you be telling them cats, man, shut up, man, go to sleep. Them dudes still beat. I'm loud about it. God, it ain't no females in here. Y'all understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I done seen some junk. Man, check this out. It was one dude in the county, right? And man, me and this dude, he was cool, man. He was good people. He still is good people to me. But dude, man, listen. Dude had a gambling problem, another habit. You know what I'm saying? You can watch these as different dudes. He had a gambling problem. Every time they talk gambling, he goes to the table, right? And man, the dude ain't got the money to gamble with. Why you going to the table? You ain't got no money. Listen, he scared half of them cats in the door. You know what I'm saying? Because when he get there and he get down, he tell them cats, man, I ain't got the money. And if none of y'all don't like it, come to my room. Yeah, he giving a call out to the whole dorm. Now me, I'm a changed man. I ain't going to the room. You know what I'm saying? I already know what time it is. If I go up there, listen, I'm losing everything, but it's going to be hell to pay. But them dudes, the mother dudes ain't going up to that room either. And check this out. He'll come back out here, apologize to the dog. He still ain't paying them cats their money. Couple weeks later, he on the table again. And listen, if he win, you better have that money or he gonna get off. Man, I used to check out cats and their characters in prison, man. Some of the things that they did and why they did it. Now, you can't judge a book by its cover, because some people do certain things to survive. I sold cigarettes, coffee, reefer every now and then. You know what I'm saying? try to get in the girl, you know what I'm saying, the officer girl game and all that other stuff. You know, nothing ever lasts. See, when you got a life sentence in prison, y'all, you know, and you trying to cut into something, and you cut into it deep, I mean, you getting money, you getting paid, you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? You meeting new people. But in the back of your mind, you know it never amounts to anything. It's almost like a spirit of defeat comes over you and you just give up the ghost. You lose the battle. Some people ain't bred for warfare. Some people don't want to fight for themselves. See, in this life, you got to fight for yourself. In prison, you got to fight you got to fight to protect that, your manhood, but mostly your mental. If you can't regulate your mental, you'll go crazy. Man, listen. I'm in Cross City. I think I'm in D-Dorm. I'm in the dog pound, y'all. Cross City, the dog pound. Listen, K2 is running rapid on the compound. It's dope everywhere. Black is everywhere. People falling out, people dying around you. All kind of stuff is going on at this camp, right? So I'm in an open bay dorm. You know, and after I get in this open bay dorm, I'm gonna tell you how I get there too in a future episode. But I get in this open bay dorm, right? I mean, everybody in here, when I get in there, I see a dude, he's sweeping the floor. You know what I'm saying? It's about 4:30 in the evening, afternoon, whatever you want to call it. 1 o'clock that night, this dude was still sweeping the floor. I'm like, man, what's up with this dude here? He's still sweeping the floor, Jit talking to himself and everything. You know what I'm saying? I asked the dude at the door, I said, man, what's up with Jit? He said, man, Jit on Molly. I said, oh my God, he on Molly. So, you know, the sergeant and me was tight, because I've been in Cross City almost 14 years. Me and the sergeant, we tight. So the sergeant tell me, he said, listen, man, he said, what bunk you want? So I'm like, man, I don't want to move nobody out there. But he said, man, what bunk you want? Go pick your bunk. So I see a dude in the back, right? And I go to the dude in the back, and I don't want to be no crap. So I said, man, how much you want for the bunk? You can either take the bump or Sarge gonna move me and put you there anyway. You'll put me there anyway. He said, man, give me $15. I get a dude $15. He moved. Little I know, when a dude moved at, he moved in front of his gang rival. So they beefing now, right? And he come back to me later on that night talking about, hey, man, you can have your money back. And I move back in my bunk. I'm like, heck nah. You ain't moving back in that bunk. I was gonna go get Sarge and tell him to move back. But Sarge was like, man, nah, they gonna have to settle their difference. If one of them touch the other, they both going to jail. I said, okay, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in this dorm. I'd have been a long time. You know, I would have chilled. I would have been in the back of the dorm. I don't want nobody in my space. So, listen, we in the dorm, and one day, I look behind me, and it's this Spanish cat. He looking at me, and he hitting his dope. So I'm looking at him. I'm like, man, listen, don't blow that on me, because I know it's K2. Blow it somewhere else. So he blew it somewhere else. And you know, I went to finish digging in my lock and everything. About 30 seconds later, I hear something behind me. When I look behind me, the Spanish dude's eyes, the rolled in the back of his head, y'all. And the dude got throw up jumping out his mouth onto his face. So I'm hypnotized. I'm looking at this dude, I'm like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. So the dude throw up his foot on the face, he jumps on the floor, right? And he started licking the floor and just throw up. And then started humping on the floor and sticking his tongue out like a snake, scooting on the floor. Everything I love, this is facts, y'all. When I look at the dude, he started looking at me, slither. I said, you slither over here, I'm gonna stop you. So I guess the dude wasn't there because he slithered somewhere else, right? So the dude would slither, humping the floor and all this stuff. I'm like, look at this dude, man. These dudes in here is going crazy, straight out of control. Habits that took over. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody fighting for their mind. They ain't fighting for themselves. They just letting it go. You know what I'm saying? One day I go in the shower, and two dudes push me out the shower like, man, Devin, you don't want to see this. They cornered another white dude in there. You know what I'm saying? I thought these dudes was straight. Little did I know, they was something different. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that you see in the chain gang. You know them dudes up in there strip. Everybody is, you know what I'm saying, either gonna be strong or you're gonna be weak. Not physically, because I done seen some skinny cats knock out some big dudes. See, I know y'all looking at me, y'all see these muscles. I got a little side, but I never let this go to my head in prison because they got knives this long. You know what I'm saying? And them skinny niggas, them skinny cats, excuse me for saying that, them skinny cats know how to use them. I done seen some skinny cats that got some heads knocked out. Big dudes. Took the floor, stomp them and everything else. You know what I'm saying? So I don't let muscles and all that stuff go to my head. You gotta have skill, you gotta know what you're doing. I done gathered that over the years. Absolutely, I have. You know what I'm saying? But there's some dudes in there that got all these muscles that let it go to their head. You understand what I'm saying? I done seen dudes fight. One dude, big dude, called himself getting off on this slim dude. I mean, he done went and tried to slap the dude over some foolishness. You know what I'm saying? I think they were fighting because the dude, you know what I'm saying, was looking at his photo album and looked at his sister too long in his photo album and asked him what that was. And he like, man, don't be talking about my sister like that, man. Don't be looking at I told you, look at this picture, you looking at this other picture. You know what I'm saying? Foolishness. That's how it starts off. That's how it starts off. It's a respect thing. And so now they didn't go to blows. Now this big dude, he like, man, I'm finna walk the dog with this skinny dude. Man, he just swung on this dude the weed that. The big dude don't know where he at. he done disappeared. What a joke, so funny. Dude turned around, guess you know. You know what I'm saying? When he thought about where he was at, he was on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Getting kicked. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, just because you got them muscles, don't think you all that. I'm just saying that because that's a fact. You feel me? But anyway, people in prison are breaking down. They're breaking down mentally. You got to be ready to go to war. You can't get in there. Listen, you can't be a thug on the street and then come to prison and lay down. You understand what I'm saying? It got to be an advantage. You gotta have an advantage, folks. And this advantage ain't gonna always be tangible things that you can touch. You got to have your faith to win wars. You see, I'm gonna break this down so y'all can understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break it down in the story. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna break it down, you know, so you can understand what I'm saying, communicate in dialogue with you. See, in dialogue, you know, in order to fight, in order to have faith, you know, you got to be able to stand against the things that's going to be thrown your way. See, some things going to be thrown your way, especially in prison, that's going to rock you. You know, some of the things that I saw throwing people way that rocked them and they had to revert. One of my best friends, this is my dog. You know what I'm saying? His mama died. He was waiting on a visit from her. He was dressed in his blues, creased up. His mama always come see him. That day she was trying to come see him and had a heart attack and passed. And he was waiting, he had to get a phone call. And my best friend, this dude here was a real thoroughbred. You know what I'm saying? He didn't play the radio, cried in my arms. And I thought about my mom. And I thought about the victim mom in my case too. And I'm like, dang, man, what do we do with our decisions? You understand what I'm saying? See, things like that, would challenge your faith. Them darts that come your way, things that, you ain't got no control over. Situations that you fall in that you wish you never fell in, and you try to figure out how to come out. See, we need an advantage that only faith can give us, because faith can help you stand against the fiery darts that shot your way. Because without the shield of faith, you'll open yourself up to everything. Everything will hit you head on. You understand what I'm saying? When a dude come up there and say, you know what I'm saying? You will react before you think about what you want to do. Man, do I want to lose my life over this crime? Is I'm going to let this dude trick me off the streets? You know what I'm saying? When you're in prison, you be like, man, listen, this dude is a walking life sentence. I know that I do my thing with the dude, but he going to tell on me. Man, he going to be there every court appearance. And I'm talking about he thugging, got money, he got females, he get the pack in, all this stuff. You can put all these counts to this dude, and he's still going to come and testify against you in the court of law. Play with him. I done seen it happen. I done seen it done. You understand what I'm saying? We need an advantage, man. And the advantage is faith. Even out here in society, man, people is falling to the wayside because they don't believe in themselves. They don't got confidence in themselves, man. You gotta have confidence to win in this life. How you gonna win if you ain't got confidence? In prison, it took confidence to get me past some situations. It took my confidence, you know what I'm saying, to get me out of some situations that I didn't want to be in. You know what I'm saying? It was some fights that I ain't want to fight. Yeah, I remember I was finna get married, and my fiance had bought me a ring. I used to stay out there on the dip bar. Every morning, they gonna kick you out the dorm anyway. For y'all that think y'all just gonna go to prison like y'all be in the county jail and just gonna lay up and sleep all day, no. You get out that bed, you gonna work, you gonna pick up free trash, you gonna cut free grass, and you can get paid $15 an hour, folks. You gonna get an education whether you want it or not, or you gonna bust subs. That's just what it is. Now you buck, they got a place to put you. Absolutely, you better believe it. But, in prison, without faith, what I'm saying, you wouldn't be able to overcome these things, man. You wouldn't be able to get by these things. You need that. You need the advantage of that, to have confidence in yourself to overcome. Because stories and situations that I'm telling you about will grab you and hold you down. How you gonna make it if you don't know how to fight? How you gonna fight? Confidence is a sword. God is a sword. He the everything. You know what I'm saying? He the key to letting go of what you can't control. How about that? You know what I'm saying? See, I'm redeemed. I'm a redemption king. You know what I'm saying? And I want to pass on this dream to you as well, that you can be more than you think you are. That you can be the best person that you can be, man. You can be redeemed. You can be a king in everything that you put yourself and involve yourself in. Absolutely. See, it get gritty out here just like it get gritty in prison. See, whatever world that you find yourself, see, some people don't got to talk about prison stories or things that they got going on out here in society. You know what I'm saying? It's different cultures and different societies all across the world that we don't even know about. But I bet you, it's one thing that we all have in common is that we're going to have our trials and tribulations. We're going to have the things that we go through everywhere that we go. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a cage with a lock and a key on it. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to you to walk inside the cage. Don't be like the monkeys out there where they got the bananas in them cage. You know, them bananas see the cage. They see the dude dangling the keys. And he got the mallet that he gonna hit the monkey with it upside his head. But guess what? The bananas get the best of him. The monkey lose all reason when he see the bananas. Listen, he want the bananas so bad. You know what I'm saying? Till he risks get hit upside the head with a mallet for them bananas. How many monkeys out there? You know what I'm saying? Or how many leaders out there? How many redemption kings out there? I want to know how many redemption kings out there, man. Y'all subscribe to my show. If you're a redemption scream, let me know. Like this show, comment. Let me know you out there. Subscribe. Let me know that you want to be a king, that you about this. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people out there saying what they want to do. They got the intent to do what they want to do. Who want to do it? Who want to be a king? You understand what I'm saying? See, a lot of y'all out there, y'all know where I come from. Y'all know JD. People in prison that know me. They know me. They know where I come from. They know JD. They know how I kept it. You understand what I'm saying? You want to be redeemed? Let me show you the way. You know what I'm saying? Let him show you the way. Because I'm out here living, baby. It ain't nothing gonna slow me down. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because we get down out here, man. This is life. Prison ain't life. You know what I'm saying? And you can overcome the prison life. You know what I'm saying? Inside and on the outside. Because it's people in prison fighting to get out here. And it's people out here that don't know that they throwing bricks to get into there. And you're throwing bricks with your decisions. But let me share some truth about Florida prisons with redemption kings, man. Tell your friends about it. Share it on YouTube. We out, y'all. Be blessed.